Look, when you're talking video, when you're talking dotloop, when you're talking getting rid of paper, when you're talking any of that, really what you're talking about is the end user. You're just doing what they want. And that's really what it comes down to. I mean, you're delivering the experience that they want. Yeah, I say this all the time. When you look at some place like Starbucks, right? Why do you go pay $5 for a cup of coffee at Starbucks when you can get the same one at McDonald's for 99 cents? It's a different experience. They're going to have the fire lit, they're going to have the music playing, and there's something cool about walking around with that Starbucks cup, right? There's nothing cool about walking around with a McDonald's cup. While everybody else around you is thinking, what else did that slob eat from McDonald's? Different experience, as if Starbucks is like the beacon of health or something like that. But completely different experience. When you look at the way people want to interact, the way that they want to be communicated with, it's very simple. They live in a world where they're going on Amazon and they're buying all their Christmas gifts online. They're hitting submit. Merchants are talking back and forth. Shipping is free. Credit cards are stored. It's being sent to them. They live in a world where they're going into Macy's and eCenter. They live in a world where they're doing these kinds of things, right? They don't want to live in a world where they have to read, which in our ADD society just does not happen, where they want to read 5 paragraphs about your business. Or even if it's the most interesting 5 paragraphs, people just don't have that attention span. But you know what they do have the attention span for? People. You know, it's the funny thing because you hear people will say like, well, I'm not on Facebook because it's just such nonsense. They're not real friends. We're not really connected with them. They're not, and they say these kinds of things. And I always say, look at your real life. How many real friends do you have? How many real conversations do you have? You run into people and you have the most ridiculous conversations about how's the weather? Oh, the weather is not very good right now. Well, it's going to get better later. And they have these ridiculous conversations and never question it once because they're connected to the person. And so that makes the conversation, now there's ultimate context and they're okay with it. When you look at video, you can say the exact same thing that's written in your email, completely different response. Okay? Because that written email can be so long, can be whatever, and it could have great information in it, but they just don't have that attention span, they just don't have whatever. But when it's in video, even if you're saying the same thing, now it's coming from you. That's the power of context. Context is ultimately what makes content valuable. Content means nothing without that ultimate context, but the only way to build that context is to continually see that face, see that person, and connect a story to the background of that person. Video does that.